Lucas,
Kim?
do you have a soulmate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do.
Before we go in, how
Yeah.
would you define a soulmate?
A person that we think and feel in the same wavelength. Sometimes it's like I am going to recommend you something and this other person talks about the same thing, or I need to talk about something and the person realizes already the place that I'm at, or I don't need to say anything and we just hug or hang out, or we have endless conversations about different topics.
What would you say is the difference between just a really strong, deep connection and when you call someone a soulmate? I read somewhere that a soulmate is when you are part of the same particles from this, like
I have a very weird
from a
non-scientific
yeah.
non-scientific idea. This is
Okay.
sometimes when we talk about reincarnation and all that. Now we are like 8 billion people on Earth. We can't be reincarnating from different people because there hadn't been this much people before in the world, right?
Oh, you want to go in there?
So I think that somehow, and it happened to me that I met people that we went through the same things and we
Mhm.
resonate a lot. And I think I have this strange feeling that we were part of the same person, soul, in another time, in another moment.
Mm.
Like, I don't know, I feel sometimes that I have a couple of friends that when we start talking and we speak about how we deal with things and how it's like we had been the same person before because we connect so much that we feel that we are part of the same mind.
Mm.
And that happens also in this case also happens with my husband. It's like sometimes we don't need words or we don't need certain expressions because they are already there.
If we link it to yoga or tantric philosophy,
Yeah.
when we talk about the one, the
Mm-hmm.
oneness, that we are all part of the same
Yeah.
field,
Yeah.
source, consciousness, can we say then that if you have the collective consciousness,
Yes.
we are now individuals on earth in the manifestation of a body,
Mm-hmm.
then part of our consciousness will always be linked to the collective field. It means that everyone can be our soulmate, really. It's just how much of the fragments that you have brought into the physical world that you are resonating with on this physical plane,
Mm-hmm.
that you're resonating with someone else, resonating on the same part of that. Did you get what I mean?
Yes. I think that there is a possibility for everyone to be your soulmate. That is very tantric, actually. But for that, we need to love every aspect of who we are so we can connect with every part of ourselves.
That's when we go from the collective field to the individual field.
Mm-hmm.
We go from the collective to the individual, and then the individual have brought into this world a certain amount of consciousness that we
Mm-hmm.
can access. Let's say I have my energy field and my consciousness with me here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I meet you and you have your bubble of consciousness there,
Yes.
and we resonate because we like the same things, we do the
Mm-hmm.
same things, and we can connect. But if we connect this up to the higher, then it's infinite. So
Yeah.
it means out there you can really connect with anyone, but for this lifetime we are now connected with this portion of the consciousness that we choose to live and speak and smell and taste and touch here.
I really like that idea. I think that people had been educated with the idea that you have just one soulmate and that some people are quotation marks for each other.
But have you heard of twin flame?
Twin flame? No. What is it?
When I had my heart broken, I was researching this feeling I had in that relationship, and then I stumbled over this expression called twin flame.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's common that people can have many soulmates,
Mm-hmm.
but twin flame is something that you can only have one of. So a twin flame is when you meet someone and the connection is so strong that you can almost feel the other person's pain or the
Mhm.
thoughts, and you just instantly feel like, I just know this person. It's so intense, and you go through different phases, and I've been through a lot of those phases. So I was just obsessed about reading about twin flame, and that is actually when parts of your particle of your soul is connected. But I still find it, after I got over the heartbreak, I still find it hard to believe that we only have one, because I now believe that we are connected to a bigger consciousness or a collective field. So I think for now, the whole soulmate thing is more like back to defining a relationship, really. But soulmate is like, it's a cool thing to say if you really, really connect with someone. But twin flame is romantically. That's why it's called twin flame. It's kind of like, yeah. But I still believe that it's more than one. And it's because of the whole theory of, if we are connected to the collective field of source energy, it has to be fluid, has to be open. It's just the shape of the energy that lands on the earth is.
I see that when you are, I don't know, younger and you start a relationship, you connect fully with that person and you call that person a soulmate. Then you evolve and the relationship dissolves. You get into a partnership at work and you meet someone that is a very close friend and that becomes a soulmate. I find it very rare, this idea of just one. And with the twin flame, I am not very familiar with the concept, but what resonates with me is when you see that this person, we are part of the same, that there are some limits that dissolve. And you are, it's like, it's very hard to know if it's me or if it's you, and that for me happened several times.
I feel like it happens throughout, as I grow.
Yeah.
Because when you start, it's just to have a connection with your mom and dad. It's kind of like, that is the thing. And then you get your first friend. And then you get more friends. Then you get a group of friends. And then you get this best friend. And then you get a relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner. Then you get all these type of friends. And then it evolves. And then maybe you go through the phase where you feel like, oh, this is something else. This is love. Then you get into relationship. Then maybe you meet someone and then this has to be what people call a soulmate or soul connection. When you go beyond that, you meet someone and it's beyond everything else that you felt. It's not even a soulmate. That's when I started to search into the twin flame thing. And I thought, wow, that really resonates. And then it comes to a point where you're like, but really it's so many connections. I think we are so limited in what we think connections are, that we are not. Yeah, it's been interesting to study all these different phases as I grew up on my spiritual journey, but I don't think I call anyone my soulmate anymore, sadly.
I see some people saying, okay, I found my soulmate and now I need to go after her, him.
I've been there. It's been very obsessive. And especially poor guy, when I thought he was my twin flame, that was just crazy.
Because you start to stalk that person because you are like losing the last butterfly on earth.
Yes, that's how it is.
But it's not that. But that's not true, is it?
You know what? It was so true for me then. It was so true that I was like, I had evidence-based stuff to put on the table. Like, how can we walk in the park and just something just fires up from the air when we walk there. That's kind of the connection we have. Or, it was so many things that happened. And I remember he was traveling and I hurt my left arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I called him and he said, yeah, no, I have an injury in my arm. And I said, which side of the arm? He's like, my left arm. I'm like, me too. This has to be. But I also think that when you have an intense amount of focus on something, a lot of things can happen. When you talk about the law of attraction and
also you are like thinking and feeling in the same patterns.
yes,
So
for a long time.
Yeah. So in the end, you feed each other in what's happening. What you said with the arm is really funny because my husband and I shoulder injury in the left shoulder.
Both of you.
Both of us at the start of this year.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's
but I
curious.
used to be a hopeless romantic, and I loved this whole idea with soulmates and the twin flame thing. And I think the like last episodes we talk about relationship and how we are using relationship as a framing for connection.
Yes.
I think it serves me more to just be open for deep connections rather than put it into a box, because twin flame, soulmate, whatever is just another label of what kind of relationship it is. But I think everything for its purpose. I loved it when I was merging into different soulmate relationships, and as long as it makes you happy and it's fun, go ahead.
What do you think about this? I read it on the internet. This meme is like, your unique and real soulmate is you.
What? Say it again.
Your unique and real soulmate is you.
Yeah.
Because some people are so longing to find like the perfect partner and the perfect soulmate that they forget about themselves in the process. It's like all the search is out. Right? The soulmate, the twin flame, and all the search is out.
Yeah, and you need to find that other piece of yourself to be complete and all that.
Yeah, exactly. People that feel that they are like...
You complete me.
Yeah, like the two sides of one orange.
Oh, I think it's like when we give answers to our students. It's never a yes or no answer and this or that, and my answer can change now.
Yeah, now.
And then tomorrow I can say something else. Like 4 or 5 years ago, I would say, "Have you heard about twin flame? That's what you should look for." No, I wouldn't say that, but then I would say,
sound like you, but
yeah, but I would say, I have met my twin flame. Very limited though. I prefer saying, I believe that it's possible to connect with everyone in a deep, profound way, but it requires that you are connected with yourself, and then take it from there. Yeah.
I like the idea of connecting with myself in a way that connecting with others is out of freedom and not of necessity. We live in a very isolated world nowadays, especially after COVID. Some people don't know how to reconnect. But I think that the first connection should be with ourselves, so we can explore that out without chasing butterflies.
We have a relationship with ourselves regardless, but I think we need to be more honest about the relationship we have with ourselves. And that's why sometimes when you meet a really good coach, it hurts.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
You get burned.
Yeah, and I can see people think they have a good relationship with themselves, and I think most of the time, a lot of us think we do have a good relationship with ourselves, but the really breakthroughs comes when you just go beyond what's comfortable and go beyond what you think is nice. It's kind of, you just sit there and shake your head and smile.
Yeah, because I think there is this deep need of connection that some people say, okay, I should have found my soulmate already, or I should have created a family, or and sometimes I am okay, but how do you treat yourself? How do you relate to who you are? And I know I quoted this before in the podcast about what Geranda said about enlightenment was to be one with nature, feel that you had everything and you didn't need anyone else. So that you felt really connected to everyone and everything. And that is a soul mate, because you are connected with yourself and you are part of everything else.
Can't we change the word mate with connection?
Soul connection.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think we do that. I think it's better for me now.
That's perfect. For me, it's exactly the same.
No, because a soul connection can be, for me, when I use the word connection instead of mate, it's almost like it just widens the possibilities.
I like the idea because
and you can also have a soul connection with a person because the time, place, and the moment is there, and you tap into what I call the source for those 2 hours or that evening, and you leave. Or maybe you meet the person 1 year later and it's just, hello, you. And then, okay, so if you use the word soulmate, you will say, oh, I met my soulmate. And then you can meet the person again and it's no, but then.
So soulmate is just a label.
I don't know. People can call it what they want, but I think when you call it soul connection, it means like, I like this though. When I'm with you, I feel like when I'm with you, we have a type of connection that makes it easier for us to tap into what I call the source and be in the state of flow or state of love. So you have certain people that you feel like it's easier to access that type of frequency that you want to be in. But it doesn't mean that this person can't also drag you down.
No, because...
So I like the idea of this person. It's easier for me to tap into this and this when I'm with you, or if I'm with someone else, that person is always on another kind of flow. But the same person can really drag me down too. And I think that's very... There
are no polarities actually.
Yeah, because if someone can really take you there, they can also... And that's the same thing that happens in a relationship. It doesn't mean that you don't have that connection or the possibility to explore those possibilities. It's just that we are different. We are energy. We are moving. We are different.
And it ebbs and flows. I think it's very hard to... Relationships and connections are very hard to be perfect all the time. You're like tuning in every time. You're like dialing and trying to get things going for both of you. When you put the connection in the center, everything changes, I think.
Yeah, we still think that after episode 2 about the topic.
I hope
Do you want to make a conclusion on this whole soulmate conversation?
I hope this idea of soulmate can be finally crushed. And
have you turned around?
No, I didn't turn around.
No.
Because I said I have several. I don't have one.
Yeah.
And I see people suffering a lot because they are chasing that
one soulmate connection.
And when they lose it, they feel, okay, this is lost forever because there was supposed to be just one and I lost it. I fucked it up.
Then imagine when you understand that it's a twin flame that is beyond the soulmate. And that is really the one. Yes.
One.
And when that gets crushed, oh my God, you have so much interesting things to explore from that.
I like to crush here the soulmate myth. We are or part of the same soul. We relate in the individual level or we relate into the higher level, but we are part all of the same thing, the same consciousness. So when we realize that it depends on the intensity of the connection or the resonance that we have with different people in different places.
Yes.
but also beyond that, the possibility to connect with here and now ourselves, with a source and with everything around us.
Mm.
So soulmate, twin flame, very limiting.
You should send a letter to all your soulmate connections. Say, hello, I just made this podcast. I think I will now degrade you from soulmate to just a soul connection.
Just a soul
With love, Lucas. Part of the force. May the force be with you, because the force is with us all.
I think it's when you break that concept apart, there is more room for love. As wise Rumi said, do not look for love, look for the barriers that you created to separate yourself from it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the soulmate myth separates us from the opportunity of love.
Yes. I can deal with that.
Okay, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.